So, fuel filter and oil filter housing off that 6 liter that we're working on, and we're putting what everybody calls the Blue Spring kit in here, which will increase fuel pressure a little bit. The original spring was just simply uncoated. There's no color on the spring whatsoever, and so we got a Blue Spring kit from Ford today, and there's a part number for it. And like I was saying in one of the other ones, these things are actually international engines, but it's really annoying how all the different companies are kind of shitbags about it. So the kit that we bought came in this bag, but inside of this bag was this one, and you can see they like blacked out the label on here. But if you take a light and you shine through it, you can see the international logo, and you can even see the international part number. And I just don't understand why these companies go through this much effort, and not that it's like a huge amount of effort or whatever, but it's really stupid too, because if you look, son of a bitch, if you look at the part number, the Ford part number has fucking nothing to do with the international part number. Just so Ford can be a bunch of assholes or something. I don't know. But so anyways, you don't have to disassemble the housing here, but we did just to clean it and all that stuff. And so this is what you get with the kit there. And so the new spring is blue, as you can see. And so we're going to pop this guy together here right quick. So a little plastic guy in there, like so, like so. There's this little tiny air bleed that goes in the top, like so. And I'm assuming it's an air bleed anyways. Sure what it looks like to me.
Well, you can see it's at the...
Yeah, it's got a drilling on the other side there. And so this will increase fuel pressure. And my understanding anyways is that this was actually a recall for international, but it never was for Ford. I would assume that the reason they did that was they found that higher fuel pressure would help the injectors last longer, would be my assumption. Though I don't have like any evidence for that or anything, but if international did it, I'm assuming that they didn't do it for like making more power or nothing like that. I'm assuming it would be a durability thing, because otherwise why would they go through the effort of creating a new part number and all that kind of stuff?
Well, and there's probably a technical service bulletin on that somewhere for international.
Yeah, and so this guy came in the bag, and which is really kind of worthless, because hey, instructions refer to the manual. Well, fuck you. But you can see instruction part number, that one there. So I suppose you could look that up online and see if it actually says anything. That's helpful. But screw that guy down later, I suppose. We took the little standpipe. Well, I'd call it a standpipe anyways, for the fuel filter out. So put that. Whoa! Fucking stool that I'm sitting on is coming apart. Whoop.
Get up close and personal with your hand.
Hey, talk dirty to me. Helps if you make noises when you're doing something like this.
Always.
And there's probably 1,001 videos about this on YouTube already, but I don't know, we're here, so might as well. And so we use factory filters only. And so, you know, fuel filter, oil filter. And like we were talking about yesterday or whatever it was, we've seen pretty much nothing but problems from aftermarket filters. And, you know, of course, that you'll find people out there that, you know, are going to say, you know, I've been using Wix or this or that or whatever for 10 years and it's been fine and great, good for you. Do whatever you want. But we only use factory filters. We actually, last summer we had a 6-liter towed in for a no start that turned out to be just fuel filters because it had some like weird fucked up off brand. Do you remember what it was?
One of them was a CarQuest, either filter and cap, like assembly, like together as one unit, not separated, or not able to be separated. And then like a Napa or like it had a couple different combinations of stuff going on there. And that being said, factory cap, as far as the plastic ones go, with the exception of
a good quality billet, like Sinister or Bulletproof makes one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a couple others out there. We've only ever installed the Sinister ones. The factory caps look like so, just black plastic, and they're actually surprisingly durable and everything. Short of it's really stupid that they put the square drive in there because almost guaranteed if you put a square drive in there, it's going to break off. Aside from the square drive breaking off, I don't think we've seen a factory cap be a problem in any way.
No, and my guess is that's never why they're replaced with some kind of. It's just going to a place like Jiffy Lube or something like that. That, you know, they take your probably factory one and scrap it, throw it away, hook you up with a Wix one or Fram or CarQuest or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, so. You know, we just like the Sinister ones because they look cool, and aluminum's obviously going to hold up longer than plastic. Not that we've really seen the plastic ones degrade, but
maybe in Arizona that's a problem. Maybe in Vegas that's a problem. You know, just
maybe,
not
yeah.
our climate.
And they're also cool.
Yeah.
But if anybody remembers, what was it, like 2 years ago or something like that, that Sinister sent out this like cease and desist letter to all these different manufacturers, you know, saying like, you shall stop making fucking, you know, parts in blue and all that kind of stuff because we have patented the color blue for our parts. Like it wasn't a specific shade like John Deere's got their specific shade of John Deere green. It was just blue in general.
So there goes your blue spring.
Yeah, so there goes your fucking blue spring. But does it come across? Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. These two are different fucking colors. And I guess they were so busy trying to screw everybody else out of making blue parts that they forgot how to make blue parts themselves.
Well, and I believe we purchased those both at the exact same time. As far as same order, but I don't.
Yeah, because the other one that we've had for a while is on the lower fuel filter. Oh, and I guess
to check that.
I guess that's something too. Yeah. So we use the Sinister oil filter cap on the lower fuel filter. Near as I can tell, and I actually haven't talked to Sinister or Bulletproof or anybody about it, the only difference that I can tell between the oil filter cap and the fuel filter cap, the lower fuel filter cap, is the addition of this 1/8-inch pipe plug on the top of it. And so we've always put an oil filter cap on the lower fuel filter and have yet to have a problem with it.
So does Sinister actually make one specific for the lower fuel filter housing that does not have the...
Near as I can tell, that's the only difference.
But the fuel filter doesn't have that one. Like the cap that they say they have, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so, anyways, yeah, it's fucking stupid that it comes with the two different colors, and on one hand, I just, like, don't want to buy Sinister stuff because they were such buttholes about that whole, you know, patenting blue bullshit, but, we already bought these, for the pickup and everything, so we already have them, and, I guess the next caps that we'll get from Bulletproof Diesel.
We got a problem. That's blue.
Yeah, it's blue. Which actually, I guess that was something that we were going to talk about. Is the engine that we're doing here, we're putting head studs on it and all that kind of stuff. Most people refer to putting head studs on a 6-liter as bulletproofing a 6-liter, which I think is really stupid because, some Yahoo in his fucking driveway or whatever will put head studs on his 6-liter and do nothing else to it other than put head studs in it and call it bulletproofed. And it just pisses me off because it's like, well, no, jackass, you still have like a laundry list of other common problems with the thing. And even with the head studs, like, shit's still gonna break, still gonna fail. I think where that term came from is because there's a company out of Phoenix, right, or something.
I forget.
I think they're in Arizona anyways, called Bulletproof Diesel, and they make a lot of like upgrade parts for the 6-liter. And just my assumption here, I think that's where the bulletproof thing came from. And so, if, you're talking to somebody or whatever, looking to buy a pickup or whatever, and somebody says it's bulletproofed, know that they're probably referring to head studs, but I would also clarify what the fuck they did to it. Because, I don't know, it's kind of like the Dunning-Kruger thing or something like that. What?
I was shaking my head.
Oh,
Yes.
I think it's like the Dunning-Kruger thing or whatever. Somebody finds out that, head bolts are a problem, and then, oh yeah, so I put head bolts in it, and I think I know so much about the 6-liter, and, fucking gonna call it bulletproof, like the fucker's never gonna break now that I put a couple head studs in it. But, yeah, rant over. So, of course, we got to torque all this stuff down, and we like torquing shit, but there is a oil filter housing / fuel filter housing ready to go on a 6-liter. And again, factory oil filter. And these just maybe easier said than done. I guess it is snapped in. But yeah, like so, ready to go.